Hello everyone, it's Rosetta here, certified health coach at Simply Health, and I'm coming to you today with another episode of my smart shopping for a healthier you. And before I get started, I'd love it if you would like my videos, subscribe below and share. And today I'm going to be talking about nut butters and jams, jellies and preserves. Now before we get started, I just want to talk a little bit about nuts. So there is a controversy in regards to nuts as to whether they're sprayed during their growing process or after they've been picked, shelled, and then they spray them. But my advice to you is to buy all nuts organic, because nuts have a lot of oils and oils absorb a lot of those chemicals, whether they're sprayed during the growing process or after they've been shelled. So buy organic. Okay, let's get started. I'm going to start off with the nut butters that you may not want to buy because of the ingredients. Now this nut butter says natural creamy. Now what do you think when you see that word natural? A lot of times people think it's healthier for you, right? So we're going to go ahead and look at the ingredients. The ingredients here says roasted peanuts, sugar, palm oil and salt. Now, number one, it's not organic. Number two, they've added sugar to it. Oops, let that pass, the overhead speaker. So number one is not organic. Number two, they've added sugar to it. Now, I don't know why they've added sugar, because peanut butter does not need sugar. But sugar is very inflammatory to the body. Just plain white sugar. So we want to try and stay away from that. It says palm oil. So I did a previous video on oils. And I do talk about oils being heated to a high temperature, and when they do that, it actually changes the chemical structure and destroys the good fats in the oil. Also, so funny, those overheads, they're talking overhead about, so funny, like how an employee is on break and stuff, but that's funny. Let's continue. So the oils, they actually are heated to a high temperature, so that changes the structure of the oils, and they use a chemical called hexane, which is causes inflammation in the body. So if we're looking for oils, it has to say expeller pressed or cold pressed, because that means that they don't add high heats to it. And then salt. So this is one that I would stay away from, but the ones that are good are the organic ones. And I see one here, it says USDA organic and also non-GMO. And I did mention in both my previous videos the difference between the organic label and the non-GMO. So you can go ahead and watch those in my videos, but let's look at the ingredients. And the ingredients here are organic roasted peanuts and contains 1% or less of salt. So there's only 2 ingredients. This is a thumbs up for me. I like that one. And then O Organics also has another organic one, and they have creamy and crunchy. And we're going to look at the ingredients here. And it says dry roasted organic peanuts and sea salt. So that's great. Only 2 ingredients. That's all you need. Now let's look at some other nut butters other than peanut butter that I like. And there's this one, which is a cashew butter. Now off the top of the bat, it doesn't say organic, but if you look to the side of this bottle, you'll see the sign USDA organic non-GMO. Now let's look at the ingredients. Dry roasted organically grown cashews. Great. Organic sunflower oil. That's great. So this is a great one here. And it says it's unsweetened. And I think that's really good, because you can actually go home and add your own sweetness to it, to your liking. You can add, the good ones are honey, maple syrup, maybe monk fruit, stevia, and you can add it to your liking. So that's really great. There are some other nuts here, pistachio nuts, but unfortunately this one does not say it's non-GMO or organic. So I'm going to stay away from that. And then on top here, the same brand as the cashew butter that I liked has this organic, see there, USDA organic tahini. And that's unsweetened, which is great. And let's see the ingredients here. Organically grown, dry roasted, mechanically hulled sesame seeds. So there's only one ingredient in that. That's pretty good. So I like that. Tahini, sesame spread, which is really great. So let's recap in regards to the nut butters. Please make sure that you buy them organic and you're looking at the ingredients. You don't want added sugars. Some of them do have cane sugar. Cane sugar is slightly better than white sugar, and also it has some nutrients in it. And sometimes it does not raise your blood sugar. I know some people that are diabetic and can eat cane sugar without raising their blood sugar. So that's not a bad ingredient to have, but you do want to stay away from sugar because it's inflammatory to your body. Okay, now let's talk about preserves and jellies. In my previous video on the Dirty Dozen and Clean 15, I do talk about produce that are highly sprayed and produce that are not sprayed. So the ones that are sprayed, you need to buy organic. And that's the Dirty Dozen list. So the one that is on top, the very, very top produce that is highly sprayed is strawberries. So when you're looking for preserves, you want to get one that says organic. And I've scoured the shelves and I only see one brand that says organic, and it's O Organics. Now let's look. It says organic strawberry preserve. Let's look at the ingredients here. It says organic strawberry, organic cane sugar. What does it say? Pectin, ascorbic acid, and citric acid. Now we know when we look at ingredient lists, they go in quantity of amount. So the most in this jam is organic strawberry. The second largest amount of ingredient is organic cane sugar. So that's pretty high. So let's look at the nutritional facts here. For 1 tablespoon, there's a total of 13 grams of carbs. Out of the 13 grams of carbs, 12 is sugar. How many added? 12. So the majority of the carbs is coming from the added sugars, which is not that great. We want less. So when you're looking at the nutritional label, you want to look at produce that has 5 grams or less of sugar. This is pretty high because look at this. They said this is for 1 tablespoon. Now, how many of you out there use only 1 tablespoon for your for your toast? Do you use 1 tablespoon or more for your toast or any breakfast items you're eating or pastries? So if you're going to use more than that, the carbs are going to be quite high. So just keep a note of that. All right. So that was the only brand that I could find organic. So all the others looked okay on the front, but none of them were organic. And I'm very picky about making sure that you buy produce that's highly sprayed to be organic. Now, there are some fruits that don't have to be organic, like lemons, because they have the peel on it, and the lemon curd. So this is, if you like lemon curd is a great one. And we're going to look at the ingredients here. Well, very high in sugar. That's the first ingredient. And what else does it say? It says eggs, water, butter, lemon juice, concentrate, pectic, ascorbic acid. Well, as you can see, oh, and then there's another ingredient. Look at that. They put yellow 5 in it. So that's an artificial coloring. So parents, when you're looking at this, make sure that you do not buy your kids any products that have artificial color, yellow number 5, because that has been linked to, all sorts of things within a child. And as I mentioned earlier, a child is not fully developed till age 26, and they're growing, their brains are growing. You don't want artificial colors in their products. I did not know that this had yellow number 5. So that's one to stay away from. So there you have it, everyone. Hope you learned something new today in regards to jams, jellies, and nut butters. And don't forget, if you liked my video, hit that thumbs up button to show me that you liked it, subscribe, and share. Thanks again for watching my smart shopping for a healthier you. Everyone have a fantastic holiday season. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye. Toodles.